You're listening to the John and Heidi Show, now featuring the wit and wisdom of Dan Farris.
Okay, dudes, let's walk this sucker.
On Sunny 93.3.
It's the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Dan Farris, brought to you in part for the final time by mocktailsmixoff.com. The event is tonight. I don't want to tell you who the judges are, but there's two of them in this room. Are you guys excited for your judging?
I'm pretty jacked.
You're getting tonight, like your job is to judge people.
I had a very nice time doing it last year.
Yeah. Heidi's she judges people.
Yeah, and also we'll be at the judges table with Matt Gage.
Yes.
Too,
Yes.
so yeah, there's going to be fireworks. I'll tell you what.
I'm excited. It's at the El Riad Shrine tonight, 5 till 7. I know what you're thinking right now. You're going, hey, I'm not one of the qualifiers. I can't even be there. No, you can. Everybody's welcome.
Well, and keep in mind, the El Riad Shrine is actually open to the public on Wednesdays,
and they've
too.
Got
so
dinner. I should have asked ahead of time what they're going to have, but they got. I was told it would be a mighty delicious dinner. So
something different every week, and yeah.
So we're going to have that again from 5 till 7 tonight. All the details at mocktailsmixoff.com. Dan, what you got for us today?
Celebrating celebrity birthdays, or at least people we maybe heard of, sort of, if we were paying attention. Nero.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Nero.
Yeah.
He was actually the fourth emperor of Rome. Pretty good emperor and okay fiddle player. Alan Freed. He was one of the first famous disc jockeys.
Didn't he coin the term rock and roll?
He came up with the term rock and roll, yeah.
Wow, good job, John.
I know my stuff, Heidi.
Lost it all in the payola scandal.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, and he
you know what?
pretty much died a pauper.
They still do that today, by the way. They don't call it payola, but there are people that are getting, all kinds of stuff for
It's
planned
really
stuff.
not as big of a deal
It
as
is.
it used to be.
It's a big deal, but now
Why are you blowing the whistle on our industry, John?
I'm just saying that here's what happened.
What is
Nobody
wrong
ever
with
asks
you?
us to do it because all the stuff we play has already been released.
But here's why people got bent out of shape, because they weren't getting any of the money. So there are people on the air getting paid to play stuff, and now the record labels get paid, and all the executives get paid. Now that the right people are getting paid, they don't have a problem with it anymore.
Wow.
I'm sorry. I'll step over here.
Good Lord. You married him.
She wonders why quite often.
I was drinking quite a bit at the time.
I believe it. Yeah. Thomas Conway, born this day.
Thomas Conway.
We knew him as Tim.
Loved
Made his
Tim
bones in
Conway.
McHale's Navy, then went on to the Carol Burnett Show.
I loved him on that show.
And he co-stars in one of my favorite Hallmark movies, strangely enough.
What is that?
Little thing called Surprised by Love,
Really?
starring Hilary Burton and Paul Campbell. He's dreamy.
Is he really?
Yeah. And Tim plays an old guy who pretends that he can't communiate.
Oh, but he can.
But he can.
Oh, boy.
All of a sudden, out of
and
nowhere.
the hijinks ensue.
Yeah, out of nowhere, Paul Campbell and him are going for a walk, and all of a sudden Tim pipes up and goes, "Hey, seriously, this is what you need to do to get the chick, buddy." I don't think he says that exactly because it's Hallmark, but
I wish I would have known ahead of time that today was his birthday,
gosh.
because I've got an interview to do with his daughter. It'll be this weekend. I could have done that on her dad's birthday.
I'm pretty sure anybody could interview his daughter anytime they wanted
Kelly Conway,
to, John.
she's awesome.
By the way, Surprised by Love on Hallmark, that's airing January 4th.
Nice.
You think I'm making this up? I'm not.
I know you're not.
I know these things.
I
She
know
has
you
a book
do.
out about her dad.
You
by
are
the way.
on the cusp of the Hallmark Channel.
With 1791, this day, this was huge. U.S. Bill of Rights is ratified when Virginia says, okie doke, looks pretty good. Becomes amendments 1 through 10 of the U.S. Constitution.
Nice.
Okay.
It would be, just 1 year later, 1792, the first life insurance policy in the United States is issued in Philadelphia.
Huh. Can you imagine?
I wonder who that first person was who was like, you know what? I am worth so much.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Yeah, and some guy in a tie brought him out to coffee and just bored him to tears. It's like, look, I'll sign if you will just shut up. I'm kidding. I'm a kidder.
Oh, yeah, he's a kidder, all right.
It's 1979. Canadian buddies. They were both newspaper guys, actually. Chris Haney, Scott Abbott put the finishing touches on their board game, Trivial Pursuit.
Oh, I like that game. I'm never very good at it. like 3 or 4 categories, I'm okay. And then
there's 6
you get
categories.
into sports, it's like,
I can ace them all. I always fail
in trouble.
miserably when it comes to like geography. So any question about Alaska? It's like I just got to fold them and leave.
Together, the three of us together would actually probably do pretty good.
We would, actually.
Because Dan knows stuff about sports, I know stuff about geography, Heidi
I know
knows
stuff about entertainment.
entertainment and music. Together, the three of us make like one kind of smart person.
That's it. Every time we'll be going around, I got my little pie thing almost filled, and then, okay, Dan, question for you. Where is Alaska? Well, I'm just going to warm up the car now. Anybody see my coat? Anybody? All right. Well, I know, you know, we all know. We just blast ahead here.
Going to do that. It's the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Dan Farris, brought to you by the Mocktails Mix-Off. It's tonight. Come and join us. All the details at mocktailsmixoff.com.
In the past year, did you find yourself drinking more often? The stress of the last year had that effect on many people. If you're struggling to get back to normal and get the booze out of your daily routine, there is help. TimeForRehab.com would love to help you find the best option for you. There are many different programs. TimeForRehab.com will do our best to match you up with the program that will work best for your needs. Learn more at TimeForRehab.com. We want to help. TimeForRehab.com. That's TimeForRehab.com.
And now stuff Dan finds interesting. Yeah.
It is time for Stuff Dan Finds Interesting. And Dan, what do you find interesting on this fabulous Wednesday?
You know, I get fascinated with Florida. As you know, my daughter Sadie Hayes lives in Florida with
Yeah,
her husband Taylor, my 2 little criminal grandchildren. And so I do take a look at what's happening in Florida news, and I found an article in the St. Augustine Record, and they somehow came across letters, because letters to Santa, sometimes they kind of get stuck at the post office sometimes.
Sure.
Sometimes. And they found a stack of letters written to Santa Claus 100 years ago.
Oh, wow.
By little
Those would be
kids.
interesting.
And what the kids were asking for, man, it's a whole different world.
Wait, they didn't open these letters, did they?
I have them right in front of me,
Yeah.
John.
Call that a federal offense.
Well,
opening somebody else's mail.
If it's any consolation, all these children are dead now.
That's much better. I feel a lot better, Dan.
Dear
Thanks.
Santa Claus, this is the first time I've written you a letter, but my mother told me if I were a good boy that you would bring me some nice toys. Here's what I want, Santa. A puppy. Wow.
Oh.
But above all else, a bass drum, a baby Victrola.
Oh.
So yeah, kids into music.
Yeah.
Electric train, a walking cane,
Okay.
How many years ago was this?
100.
So you're saying this
This is
could have
Tiny
been one of the
Tim.
members of the Rolling Stones.
Could have
It's
been.
Tiny Tim.
A pop gun with a stopper and some nice things to eat.
That's a heck of a list right there.
Yeah, it is. He kind of got after it here. Let's see. We've got another one. Dear Santa, I've been a bad girl this year. That's literally. I've been a bad girl this year, but I hope you will forgive me.
Share.
And bring me a blonde doll named Marie, also a brunette doll named Gertrude. Bring a cat
Holy cow.
and some candy, fruit, and nuts.
Pretty cool.
From your friend Harriet Milligan.
Nice.
And one more, dear Santa Claus, please give me a big doll dressed up pretty, a go-kart for all my dolls, and plenty of
Go-kart.
a go-kart for. Well, I think
Probably
it's
a stroller.
Yeah, there's a different
Okay.
reference 100 years ago.
Say, wow.
Yeah, and plenty of oranges, nuts, and candy. That goes through almost all
Yeah.
of these. The kids
Candy.
end it with
Yeah.
that stuff,
Yeah.
which is kind of neat. Signed Maud Coachman.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, so just a whole different vibe.
Yeah, it is. That's super cool.
It really is.
I've been a bad girl this year.
Boy,
So
lots
this is
of
from
bad.
But I need a
100
couple
years
dolls and a cat. Yeah, 100 years ago.
100 years ago. So to put that into perspective, Betty White was born 100 years ago. She's getting ready to turn 100.
She is, yeah.
This would be, all of these people would be older than Betty White if
Exactly.
they're even around today.
Well, writing letters to Santa, they're probably, starts maybe at 4 or 5 years old up
So
through
like 105,
probably
106 now.
11, 12 maybe.
Yeah.
Wow, that's really cool, Dan. Where did you find that? You were like rifling through somebody's mail or what?
No, I kind of plow through news out of Florida. That's all, and it cropped up from the Augustine Record
like
article.
that.
I
found.
do like that
So,
as well.
It's really, really
very, very
nice.
interesting.
Well, thank you for sharing that, sir.
Sure.
That is why we refer to this as stuff Dan finds interesting on the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Dan Farris. I'm John with a fun comparison. Some puppies are purebred and they cost more. Others are more affordable. And then there are free puppies. Nobody really knows where they come from, but they're free. In the advertising world, it's like that too. There are some super expensive ways to advertise if you can afford it. And there are some free things you've probably tried, but those dogs rarely work. Radio is kind of like that middle puppy. Affordable, will snuggle with you, and hopefully not pee on the rug. Radio advertising. Super affordable, a great investment, and man's best friend. Try it and let BetterResultsAdvertising.com bring your message to life. Time now for your morning coffee break, brought to you by Kaladi's Bistro on the corner of 26th and Minnesota Avenue in Sioux Falls. And if you happen to make it in or this time of year, I give you permission to sit in my seat. My designated seat is by the fireplace. It is the best place to sit.
It is toasty. Very
Year-round.
nice. Very
It's the best place to sit year-round, but right now, it's the best place.
Perfect table for a nap, too.
And if you're going to have a meeting or any of that kind of stuff.
What?
Go to Pilates for a nap.
You got to take it where you can get it. I'm an opportunist. Hello.
Excuse me, I'd like to sit here. Sorry, Dan's taking it.
Waitress, would you like a beverage? No, but I'd like my Afghan. It's in the back.
It's in the back. And some warm milk, please.
There you go. It happens to be Wednesday, my friends.
Oh,
and
it
we
is.
got a super cool package from actually Mannheim Steamroller.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, and it included really nice big tins of, I love this stuff.
Yeah.
Cinnamon cocoa.
Yeah.
Yeah, we cracked open one can. They sent us 10 of them, so we cracked open a can and tried it.
I sampled it. It's very, very tasty.
Yeah,
It was.
Very good.
Plus, Mannheim Steamroller Christmas CDs.
Yeah,
So,
and this is our final one. We've been giving these away all month long.
yeah, nice little holiday package for Jeremy Wilson.
All right.
Woo, Jimmy!
Way to go. Well, let's see what's going on. You can't get away from this whole marijuana stuff. Marijuana in South Dakota, as you know, medical marijuana is a thing now.
Yeah.
There will be 5 locations in Sioux Falls. But as far as statewide goes, the only one up and operating is up in Flandreau as far as medical
yeah.
marijuana. So, and this from Kelloland TV, they've filed an entire story on how to grow your own in case you have to. It's like, what? Yeah.
Is that okay?
But here it is. Well, it has to do with what's federal law, what is state law. Can you transport across state lines? Not really. It starts with a seed. Where do you get those from? Not really sure. They're out there. You can just Google this stuff and figure it out. But yeah, they're talking to an expert, medical marijuana expert, and she basically tells you, hey, yeah, if you want to grow your own, this is how you do it, but do keep in mind there are laws. Then I got to thinking, I'm going through this, and I'm going, number one, why is one of our local TV affiliates giving you tips on how to grow dope? Number two, for the first time for some reason, and you'd think I would have tripped over this before, medical marijuana, regular marijuana. What's the difference? Medical marijuana come with a little stethoscope, a little white coat.
It's got a white coat.
Is there any difference? There isn't. There can't be.
Yeah,
It's
I
like
wouldn't think so.
THC content. I have
Not
no
sure.
idea. It's confusing.
That is a good question.
It's got to be the same stuff, right?
I think
Probably
it's
is
the
the same
same
stuff.
stuff. It's just you can use it legally because you need it for medicinal reasons.
Yeah, it's just like a prescription as far as I
basically.
understand. So yeah, we're in the
Interesting place to be.
in the weeds. Well, people have been growing their own and us forever and ever. I frankly don't understand this whole thing. I don't know what's going on anymore.
I don't either.
Well, thank you for that, Dan.
Because again, it's still legal federally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just spoke with
But-
with an attorney that we were chatting about this because it came up during our conversation. We were talking about a bunch of other stuff, but he was just saying there's a lot of gray area. And sadly, here's what's going to
huge.
most likely happen. You're going to find out the gray area by getting arrested and then finding out just how, does a federal law or does a local, jurisdiction. So I don't know. Interesting stuff. Someday it'll all be ironed out and we'll look back and go, remember that time when we were all kind of wondering? But, I think we're a ways away from that.
Thank you, Dan.
Thank
John.
you, Dan. Thank you, Heidi. Are we done now?
Yeah, I'm going to make a note. I don't think I want to talk about South Dakota marijuana stuff ever again.
I don't blame you.
That's fine.
Well, I literally don't understand any of this.
We don't know any of this stuff. All right. Hey, coming up, we've got Back to the Basics in Healthcare with Dr. Harley. And then Dan's going to come in and make up some news for us. It's all on the way. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Dan Farris.
Many new students sign up for credit cards that are not very good. Have a conversation about how to properly use credit so they don't learn this lesson the hard way. At bettercreditcards.com, we have credit cards that offer different things for different people. Want one that offers offers points? We have those. Want a card to help you build credit? We have those too. BetterCreditCards.com is designed to help you get a better credit card. See if we can help you find a better credit card at BetterCreditCards.com.
Time now for Back to the Basics in Healthcare with Balanced Life Chiropractic. And we've got Dr. Harley. How you doing?
Hi, doing great this morning. How are you, John?
I am fantastic. And we had our first official big snow of the season. And I bet there are probably some folks coming in to see you this week who maybe overdid it with a shovel, aren't there?
Oh, yeah. And I was telling patients last week, make sure that you're shoveling properly if you're having to shovel snow, especially if it's heavier snow. So hopefully there's not much of that this week because I, forewarned them about obviously people that don't come and see me or see a chiropractor maybe didn't know what they should do or shouldn't do, right?
Absolutely. But with the snow, that one's kind of behind us, but I guarantee we'll have more to come between now and the end of the winter. So what are the things people should be doing when they know that there's snow and they've got to go out and move it?
Now, I'm sure there's people still shoveling out because that was a lot of snow and maybe they didn't want to get to it over the weekend or they were working or something like that. So usually people have two options, right? Either you're shoveling it with a shovel or you're using a snowblower. Yeah. Now, if you're not fortunate to have a snowblower, this one's going to be a little more of a talk for you because when you're using a snowblower, all you're doing is pushing it, right? Yeah. But, it's still a lot of work to move that because it's heavy. It's moving snow, and the heavier the snow, the thicker the snow, the more work it's going to be to push that.
And maneuvering that machine around, you could probably jostle something out of place.
Yeah. So, still makes sense to make sure you're taking breaks. You don't have to do it all at one time. It seems like whenever there's a lot of snow that needs to get moved, everyone's like, oh, I got to get this done right now. You're going to overdo it, and you're going to be sorry for it the next day. So make sure you're taking some time, drinking some water, taking breaks, stretching, all good things like that, regardless if you're using a snowblower or a shovel. Now, if you're using a shovel, what do most people do when they tend to shovel snow?
Slip and fall? Oh, no, that's just me.
Oh, that's definitely part of it too, right? Because you're probably a little icy under all that snow. But a lot of times when we're shoveling, we tend to twist it, and some people try to throw it over their shoulder, if you're digging something versus trying to move all that snow. Or if you're doing your sidewalk, people tend to push forward, scoop it up, and then twist to one side or the other, right?
Yeah, a lot of twisting and turning.
Yeah, and that's not good because that's going to load your trunk, and that extra force of twisting, you're going to hurt your back more likely than not. And we see that a lot in the wintertime. We see a lot more low back pain, disc bulges, disc herniation, stuff like that, because we're using a lot more exertion than we're used to. Because not everyone's out moving snow or moving dirt all the time, right? Mm. So they say the best way to move all that snow is to not trying to lift it, but to push it.
Okay.
Push it to where you want to get to, either if it's at the end of the driveway or going from a side angle on your sidewalk or driveway, pushing it to the sides. That way you're not twisting or anything like that. But even with that, people tend to just bend, they crouch over the shovel versus using their knees. Just like when you lift a box or something like that, make sure you're bending at your knees, using your big butt muscles, because those are really strong, right? We want to make sure that we're activating those to help us move things versus our back muscles, which aren't as strong.
So it's using the muscles you're supposed to use instead of the back.
Exactly, yeah, because then you're not affecting those as much. But still, make sure you're taking breaks. Divvy it up. Don't do it all at one time. Stretch beforehand. Warm up good like you're about to go do some exercise, because you are going to go do some exercise,
Absolutely.
Right? So that's part of it too, is if you're not warming up properly and your muscles are cold, you could very well injure them as well, just from the little bit of extra exertion that you're doing.
Yeah, I got my exercise just putting on my my coat and my gloves and my hat and my mittens and all that stuff. So if people would like to reach out to you, maybe they didn't do all of those things. Now they're going, oh, my back doesn't feel great. Or even if they did do all of those things, but they just want to get on a good healthcare plan with Balanced Life Chiropractic, how do they get in touch with you?
Yeah, we'd love to chat with them and help them, with their aches and pains, especially if they overdid it a little bit last week. But they can give us a call at 605-215-1785. They can shoot us a message on Facebook at Balanced Life Chiropractic.
Very nice. And you can also find them online at balancedlifesd.com.
Merry Christmas! Oh, you're not ready for that yet. How about Happy Halloween? At WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com, we help you get ready for all of the fun holidays throughout the year with funny, silly, and just plain weird gift ideas for your friends. If you have a friend who has a bizarre sense of humor, we have a gift idea for them. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com posts a link to something that will make you smile each and every day, whether you buy these weird gifts or not. It's worth checking out, just for a smile. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. That's WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com.
It's time now for the newsiest news we do. It's time for award-winning newscaster Dan Farris to step up to the mic with local news. Here's Dan Farris.
Hey, burn the midnight oil, wear out shoe leather, bang on desk man answers. That's what I do. I can't get enough of catalytic converter theft.
It is rampant.
Insane.
It's another story. We're tripping over to San Jose. We're going to West Coast it. Who's with me? You too?
I'm ready.
Let's do this. This became a big deal. This wasn't a matter of, hey, a guy gets busted trying to snag a catalytic converter. San Jose Police Department concluded a massive investigation, worked about 6 months on this thing. In a regional catalytic converter thefts, it's been going on for about 6 months, just led to the arrest of 15 people, the recovery of over 1,000 stolen catalytic converters.
Wowzers.
Yeah, so you can just put $100-$150 price tag on all those. Spanning 6 months, I love this, Operation Cat Scratch Thiever was launched following an increase in converter theft. So yeah, they put a special unit together just to take these thugs down.
Well, it's sad that it took them so long to catch
Losers.
them. Think about all of these 1,000 people who had their catalytic converter stolen.
Over 1,000, in 6 months. And I got to tell you what, though, according to the guy leading the task force, he said, "Yeah, glad we finally got this done. But in all honesty, we're exhausted." Who wants to dig into some sports? I know I do.
I do.
I do.
My Bert and the team at Hockey Headquarters, the finest hockey shop from here to there and everywhere, plus figure skating too, and over 2,000 square feet of fantastic gift items for the fan and the player alike. Major League Baseball. There's hubbubbery going on in case you don't know. There's a lockout.
Oh, yeah.
There is a lockout across the league. Apparently, the players' union not happy with owners. And vice versa. Owners not happy with the players' union. Apparently, it has something to do with more money. I don't know. Fact of the matter is, nobody really cares because it's December.
When will they start to care?
However, on a side note, the Houston Astros did just sign pitching ace, future Hall of Famer Justin Verlander to a 2-year, $50 million contract.
That's a pretty good contract.
Verlander is also married to model Kate Upton.
Wow.
Oh.
Remember, kids, always be yourself. Unless you can be Justin Verlander, then always be Justin Verlander. From the sunny 93.3 News Desk, I'm Dan Farris. Reminding you, it's news to me. Thanks for watching, and good night, everybody.
In the past year, did you find yourself drinking more often? The stress of the last year had that effect on many people. If you're struggling to get back to normal and get the booze out of your daily routine, there is help. TimeForRehab.com would love to help you find the best option for you. There are many different programs. TimeForRehab.com will do our best to match you up with the program that will work best for your needs. Learn more at TimeForRehab.com. We want to help. TimeForRehab.com. That's TimeForRehab.com.
Here's your Market Beat Minute for Wednesday, December 15th, 2021. Equities pulled back again Tuesday following another round of hotter-than-expected inflation data. The PPI came in at 0.8% for the month, up 0.2% from October and 0.3% hotter than forecast. The figures coupled with core readings and the hottest year-over-year increase on record. If there was any doubt the FOMC would be raising interest rates sooner than expected, this news should lay those doubts to rest. The CME FedWatch tool is pricing in a near 60% chance the first hike will come by May, and a 70% chance for 2.25% interest rate hikes by June. So today's FOMC meeting is more important than ever. The Fed is expected to accelerate the taper and move the timeline for rate hikes forward. You can get the inside track from Wall Street's brightest minds delivered directly to your inbox every day at marketbeatminute.com.